This is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runner's Alley. We are at the 2022 Nashua North XC Invitational. Boys race, gonna get started soon. Here today for teams, we have Alvern, Bedford, Bishop Girton, currently ranked number 4th, Concord, ranked number 10, Hollis Brookline, Londonderry, tied at that 10th spot with Concord, Memorial, Merrimack, Nashua North and South both here, obviously. South currently ranked number 3. Looking for them to excel today on kind of a home course. Pembroke, Pinkerton ranked number 5. Salem and Wyndham. Individuals to watch on the boys' side, we definitely got to take a look for Sean Clegg of Londonderry, Liam Gleason of Concord, Ryan Fortin of Londonderry, and Matt Giardina of Bishop Girton.
Boy, so in that JV race, Nashua South put on a clinic. 15, perfect scoring it.
And that usually is a good indication of how well their varsity team is doing. So if they get a perfect score in JV, you have to imagine these top 9 guys for them are going to be looking pretty strong.
Really looking forward to seeing this Concord-Londonderry battle today. They're tied in the rankings right now in that last place spot, so I think both teams would really love to be the one that comes out on top today, so they can bump the other guy off the sheet, or maybe take a couple of those other teams off altogether.
There's a good chance if they both do well that, you know, they're getting a little bit better than that 10th spot. But here we go. Looks like commands are given. Whistles right there. 2022 Nashua North XC Invitational Boys Race. Varsity boys coming at us now. Warmed up a little bit in the sun here, but they're gonna hit some shade after they do this normal loop on the fields.
And those expected leaders right to the front. You can see Clegg, Fortin, Giardina are 1, 2, 3 already, with a South and a Merrimack guy right behind them. So they're certainly going right after it right from the start. We don't have to worry that someone's going to try to hide.
Here come our lead boys.
Giardina is moving to the front, and Fortin and Clegg, though, are not letting go. They are pretty close by, and there's South runner with Merrimack here, and then 2 more Souths. Wow.
That's 3 Souths.
Pretty quick.
Pair of Salem here.
Salem runners here. There's
couple Pinkerton.
Wow, South is absolutely in the lead right now.
Yeah.
That's 7, I think, for them.
South flashed a lot of depth at the Saligan relays the other day.
Wow, seriously though. Now we've had a few Concord guys come through. Here's 2 more Salems. Here's Pinkerton. There's Salem's 5. So they're also running extremely hard. Here's a big chunk of BG pack. Here's the next 2 Londonderry guys. They're going to need to move up if they want to be competitive in this thing. And here's Londonderry's 5.
Again, still pretty early.
This is Pinkerton's 4 or 5 as well.
About 1,200 meters into the race at this point, give or take.
A lot can change here, and especially on a course like this, if you went out too hard, and while there's no big hills or anything that are going to truly punish you, it's one of those things that you don't ever really recover either. You don't have that little break that you can take where you're just going to get this nice, long, gentle downhill to catch your breath.
Right. All right. Well, with most of the guys flying by us, we're going to move on to our next spot. Giardina. Okay. Approaching the cart now.
Here comes Giardina in the lead. Fortin not letting go, though, close behind him. And look at South and Merrimack. They are hanging on to these 2 leaders. We got Clegg here in 5th. That's just Londonderry's 2. And we got some Hollis Brookline guy. All right, so here's 2 more Souths. That means they've already got 3 in here at this point. And here's the 2 Salems.
Come on, Carson.
Boy, I gotta tell you, I didn't realize Salem was gonna have such a strong squad this year, but like...
Yeah, they're looking good so far.
Yeah.
Pinkerton, Concord with a pair.
Pinkerton's 2, and I think that was maybe 2, 3 for Concord. It's definitely strung out a bit here, even from the 1,200.
Again, we're a little bit less than a quarter mile away from the 2-mile mark.
And there it is. There's that South squad. They're in. I mean, South is winning this race right now, period. End of sentence.
Team running, you move it along.
And South's got their whole, got 7 in at this point. And there's 3 more for Pinkerton, so there's their top guys too. So Pinkerton might be in 2nd place right now.
They've got the low numbers. It could end up being close.
8. Like, man, they are putting on a great race. And here's 2 more Salems. They may very well be in 3rd, but we got this is 4 and 5 for Bishop Girton, so they've got to be 3rd right now. Here's a couple more Londonderry. That's their 3, 4. And there's Salem's 5. Boy, Salem may find their way into the rankings this week. And there's Londonderry's 5. Oh, so they're going to be pretty close together. Though Londonderry's going to be helped by having that, like, kind of, I don't know, they were like 2nd and 5th, I think.
Definitely some low numbers up front.
Yep. Another chunk of Londonderry runners, another Pinkerton guy.
Yeah, I think Londonderry is making a move in those rankings.
They better hope so. I'm sure they would really love to knock Concord off. Concord obviously been so strong these last bunch of years. Just repeatedly one of the best teams in the division and in the state. It's always fun to feel like you're beating those guys that have been crushing everybody for a while.
Oh, yeah. So again, from here, they're approaching the 2 mile, about 350, 400 meters to go to that point. They go back under the Everett Turnpike and then crossing the bridge back onto that woods trail we were on before. We'll catch them right by a U-turn. All right, here we go.
As far as I can tell.
In the race here, and Giardina has taken control. We don't even see the next guy coming up yet. It looks like it would take a miracle, I think, for our second guy, Ryan Fortin, here to run him down at this point. But Fortin does look, man, he has put some distance on the rest of the pack as well. And this is 1, 2, everybody else. Oh, Merrimack coming in 3rd. And
here we go. We got a stream of battles here.
Brookline and then South's first runner.
They're running hard, so we're going to have to go ahead, head to the finish. See if we can get that finish order. It's over now.
So is he sneaking in with you?
Well, I'm hoping. All right, here he comes. Giardina, man, right from the start, he has been in the lead and just took control of the race and has clearly put a gap on the rest of the field here. After an awesome freshman year, clearly he is telling everybody that in the division, he's going to be the guy to beat right now. Coming in, that looks like a 16-15. He crushed it today. An awesome time for an early season race. Fortin also having a really strong race today. Looks like he's going to be about 16:30. Boy. And here come the masses.
Yeah, this is the pack we saw before at that U-turn area.
This guy from Merrimack had a great second half of this race. He was back behind a bunch of these guys early on, but when it came down to it, he went and took them all out.
And at this point, we get to start looking at teams.
Yep. Top Concord runner, Bedford's top guys. So now we got Londonderry's 2 in.
Salem was looking strong. They've got a pair right here.
Yep.
Battling with Pinkerton.
Yep. There's Pinkerton's first guy, and here's South's 2.
Again, South, one of those teams to watch today.
Yeah, they looked really strong just before that 2 mile mark. Here's BG's 2. So right now, it's not really obvious, I think, who...
Well, we got a couple Concord guys coming at us.
Concord's coming up as the leader right now, I'd say, because this is their 2 and their 3 that are both about to finish. We got a Pinkerton 2 coming up here, I think.
I think we're going to have some close team battles in this race.
It does look that way. Oh, and there's Pinkerton's 3, actually. So maybe they had a strong second half. Actually, and there's Pinkerton's 4. Top Wyndham guy, top Memorial guy. All right, no, so I think here's that pack of South guys that I think we saw come in. We got a North guy and a South guy here. And then here's
the South.
More South, so there's
top 5 South are in view.
Yeah, I would say that South probably won this race.
Again,
they've definitely got their whole squad, and in fact, here comes their 6.
Nashua South.
They did slide back a little bit, I think, from where they were, but they held together well enough. And here's BG's next couple of guys. Here's another guy from Pinkerton.
Well, South came in to today ranked number 3. BG was ranked number 4.
Salem, I think, may be the team to watch for climbing the rankings today, though. Oh, here comes Londonderry's 3 now. Some Wyndham guys.
Yeah, this is a real good picture of a lot of these teams. First time we're seeing some of them go head-to-head, so it really starts answering some questions in terms of rankings.
Boy, I think we're going to see South move to the top of the D1 rankings after this race, which is, I think, pretty exciting for them.
Out to the left, gentlemen, out to the left.
When I did the rankings at the beginning of the season, I'm looking at the paper, like, man, they have got a lot of decent guys returning. And it seemed like they were in a place where maybe they were going to move up a bit, but I think they're moving up way more than I ever anticipated when I wrote those.
And of course, you're talking rankings. Not all those teams are here. D1 teams in front of them right now, in front of South, is Exeter. So we'll see kind of how those things shake up. Cole Brown, of course, ranked number 1 still. Not sure if I think most of their varsity might have raced at this point in the season.
Exeter's been dealing with some injury issues. I heard last week when they were at Demerit Farm.
Rest out there. Right through, guys, and take a left. You can rest out of the chute.
Demerit Hill Farm, Lee, New Hampshire. Go pick some apples. Got
right.
Haunted Overlord later on. Big sponsor of ours. We appreciate them. Just like we appreciate the timing done here today. Lancer Timing, lancertiming.com. Can get all the results from today. There was middle school meet earlier today.
I always love when Lancer does the timing. They're the easiest website to find all the results on. They do awesome work. And have for decades.
Yes.
But they were timing back when I was racing in the late 90s.
Through the chute to your left, gentlemen.
Again, format for today's varsity race is top 9 of each team, not top 7. Still early on, still giving an opportunity to teams to figure out who their true top 7 are. So some of these battles between teammates might actually make a difference later on as we see 3 Bedford in a row.
Out of the chute to your left, bud.
Definitely warm once they hit the sun. I'd say probably about half the race was in the shade, half in the sun, maybe a little bit more on the shade side, but it's warm enough now.
It probably worked out for some of these guys that are racing today. They're probably happy they spent a little more time in the woods than they normally would here.
Again, different course this year. Just temporary bridge in place, not quite big enough for the traffic. 100 boys past us. That's going to make it the majority. So once again, this has been NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley. We're at the 2022 Nashua North XC Invitational. This has been your boys' varsity race.